It's 3-1.
Um,
Like,
it won't be possible right now.
Okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. Good afternoon and welcome back. We are very pleased and honored to welcome you all to the Community Day of the Cisco thingQbator Internship Program 2020. This program started on 15 June 2020. I am Vansika Dhanuka.
and I am Nandini Ginodia, and we'll be your host and co-host for the same.
I would also like to introduce to you all the organizing team. We have Vikram, Arun, Ishita, Rupal, and Sudeep. So basically, in this time of world pandemic and distress, Cisco thingQbator planned to organize this virtual internship program with NASSCOM Foundation as a CSR partner, Project DEFY as a makerspace partner, and Li2 Technologies as a training partner. I would also like to tell you a little bit about thingQbator. As a part of its CSR initiatives, Cisco Systems has decided to set up network of thingQbator makerspaces in Indian universities to further digital skills development and entrepreneurship enablement in these student communities. The Thinkubator the Incubator Internship Program is conceived as makerspace and incubator of IoT ideas coming from students' community in the host universities with the ideas uh, with the central belief that none of us is smarter than all of us. The aim is to create a space and a program where the university students could work together with like minded colleagues to also get exposure to the latest IoT technologies and turn their ideas into working prototypes in an environment that encourages a hands on culture. This program was to encourage and help the budding entrepreneurs and provide them with opportunities and a platform to work on their projects by connecting with other very beautiful minds. To summarize, the Cisco thingQbator internship program is a virtual platform to provide innovative problem solving techniques to students who have come together from all over India. This program is basically divided into three tracks, being the learning track, the project track, and the startup track. This, being the project track, is for the teams that already had an early stage prototype for their problem statements. We had 30 teams in this track in all who have been vigorously and continuously working from the last 6 weeks towards building a full fledged market product.
We to share we would like to share our journey that we've gone through the past 6 weeks. Since 15 June, all the teams have attended various sessions by very intellectual people from Akshay Cherian to Mridu Bhatnagar, Shashwat Agarwal, Rohan Goswami, Abhijit Sinha. These sessions covered topics from identifying problem statements to building a full-fledged MVP. We had four mentors, namely Avik Dhupar, Rohan Goswami, Bhardwaj Ramakrishnan. These mentors have guided us through these 6 weeks with everything, anything and everything that was possible. During this program, we had three all. For this, all the teams made smart goals on their own to achieve the final target. We had a fresh set of eyes every single after every single sprint so that we could track the you know so that we could track how the teams have been doing and how their progress has been made after they gathered intel on their users and interacted with their users, they were test. We had a peer testing in which the teams were paired and they had to discuss about the technicalities of each other's prototype and comment on it. After performing much needed hard and smart work, these teams are finally present. They are finally ready to present in front of all of you with confidence and enthusiasm.
Today, we are live on our Facebook and our YouTube page to deliver presentations and have panel discussions revealing all the projects initiated by these young minds who are also the future of this country. The community day has been divided into four slots in all, And today we are having the slot which is based on social and on lifestyle and social welfare. There will be a total of 8 teams in this slot, and each team will get 10 minutes to present. And after that, we'll have a 30 to 45 minutes panel discussion.
Today, Today morning from 10 to 12:30 p.m. we had the slot of two presentations of agriculture and pollution. We had 7 teams who presented and had a 45 minutes panel discussion with our mentors Bharadwaj. All the presentations were great and so overwhelming to see how much progress they have made. But right now, the main focus of this lot is social and lifestyle welfare. We have 8 teams here. The names of the teams are Team Energize, Easy Way, Wo Miners, 3G, MTS, Null Pointers, and Team Anya. Now, for our panelists, we have none other than Mr. Abhijit Sinha. He's the CEO and the co-founder of Project DEFY, and he's been featured in TEDx, and he's also a very intellectual and experienced entrepreneur. We're again very humbled and glad to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. I look forward to the presentations and then our spicy panel discussion.
Thank you so much. We're very glad
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Now, also to all the audience, we request you all and we urge you all to stay with us throughout this community day. And please support us and all the teams also with your feedbacks and your questions and your suggestions in the comment section down below. We will be really glad to know what your input is, and it will obviously help the teams to enhance their products. Hope you are as excited as we are. So, without any further delay, let's let the community day begin.
Okay, yeah, like she said, without any further, I would like the first team, that is the Team Energize, to present.
Everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to you guys. So, and I'm from Team Energize, and my team partner is Eve. We both come from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Coimbatore, and we're here to present our solution to a problem at hand. Now, I'd like to start off by introducing you to a very close family to me, the Sharma family. They're a family of 4 living in an apartment in urban Chennai. A long time ago, we stumbled into conversation and it landed on their daily activities. Mr. Sharma expressed his worries on their family's rampant electricity consumption. His monthly bills have been quite excessive for a while and asked for any input on how to get it in control.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Shraddha, but maybe there's some internet issues. That is why your screen is black. So maybe you could try screen
Oh,
sharing again. Okay?
sure, 1 second.
No worries.
Will everyone-
Yes, it is. You're good to go. All the best.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience, guys. So I'll begin again. My name is Shraddha, and I come from Team Energize. And my team partner is Steve, and we both study in Amrita, Coimbatore. So to start off, I'd like to introduce you to a very close family to me, the Sharma family. A family of 4 living in an apartment in urban Chennai. Now, a long time ago, we stumbled into conversation and it landed on their daily activities. Mr. Sharma expressed his worries on their family's rampant electricity consumption. His monthly bills have been quite excessive for a while and asked for any input on how to get it in control. Now, energy is indeed a valuable commodity and must be used vigilantly, but always keeping an eye on your consumption is irritating and is very hard to do. So I approached my teammate with this problem and it got us thinking. In what way could we make their lives better by increasing the efficiency of electricity usage and decreasing the electricity bills? So we set out to do a survey asking our near and extended circle of friends and identified these points. 3 in 5 people weren't happy with their household energy consumption. All of them were unaware as to how much they consumed. And from this survey, we could identify appliances that maximize their energy usage. This finally led us to isolate the problem at hand, the high energy consumption patterns in domestic households leading to unnecessarily high electricity bills. During the search for our solution, we thought of invoking aspects of IoT was a good way to start. At the same time, we wanted to offer seamless user experience leading to an efficient lifestyle. Eureka! We started building Energize. Energize is our project that aims to control energy usage by connecting heavy-duty appliances. The data is stored on a cloud and can be viewed on an application in a more user-friendly way. Our system works as such. The data is transferred via a Node MCU to a cloud database, which links to the app on a smartphone. The login page shown over here is important for reasons which will be explained a little further on. Now, salient features of this app include that the users will be able to set limits on their energy consumption, notified if they exceed their set limit. Another important feature is the point system. Points are rewarded to the user on every unit saved, ensuring user satisfaction. In addition, one can view calculated statistics on usage to provide a user a more thorough understanding of their energy consumption. Now, technology is useful if it's due utility COVID-19. How to right know people in a up because they're home all day, and this is definitely due to ACs running on ours. What if we told you can enjoy the same comfort without appliances running hours on end? And that's where Energize is useful. To make this more relevant, incorporating customized plans by analyzing daily consumption will ensure a more personal relation with the app. I mentioned something about a login page. This allows us to track with the user's permission their usage. Consumption possible to boards for statistics on in part sense contributing to the community satisfaction and equity level. Hopes our team. Thank you to everyone who helped us journey and our mentors. And of course, it doesn't end over here. Have a good day, safe everyone.
Thank you so much, Team Energize, for your presentation. Especially now that we have a big amount of electricity bills to pay and the economy isn't helping any of us. I feel like Team Energize, you can help all of us a lot. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Next, I would like Team Easy Way to go.
I would again like to request all the audience to please comment down in the section below, comment section. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahil from TBHU, Team Easy Way. I am making automatic. My teammate Aman and Vidya is there. Aman, say hi and start.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. This side Aman Singh from Team EasyWay. I am here to present our presentation on the topic automatic sanitizer dispenser. Okay. Coming to the problem statement of our project. In our day-to-day lives, our hands touch too many surfaces and can quickly pick up the viruses. Once contaminated, the hands transfer virus to our face, where the virus can enter our body, making us feel unwell. So probably the solution to this problem, we have came up to the solution to this problem in the present scenario where COVID-19 has reached to its highest level. We have came up with an automatic sanitizer dispenser which has a lot of functions to tell. First of all, the automatic sanitizer dispenser has a sensor based function for automatic and touch free operation. It has a mist based operation which covers the entire palm. Most importantly, the dispenser is contactless and will spray the sanitizer, which would help us to sanitize our hands while entering the public buildings like hospitals, offices, malls, schools, etc. At last, it is a mist-based dispenser which optimizes the consumption of sanitizer. For example, in normal usage, we use 20 to 30 ml of sanitizer for one operation, but this sanitizer dispenser does the same job by dispensing 1 to 2 ml of sanitizer in mist form over a long period of time. Coming to our progress, we have worked on 5 plus sanitizing machines in the last 6 weeks, and out of these 2 machines we have shown below. We have shown on the left side. We have thoroughly studied all the norms which are mentioned in WHO, which are needed to be followed while making this dispenser. We have also made our website on a local host and it's in the development phase. We are also hiring interns in order to start this project on a large scale. Coming to our target customers, we have housing societies, residences, educational institutions, hospitals, and shopping malls. Our future plans. We are trying to make as many products possible in order to combat the spread of deadly COVID-19 in future. And the most important part is the prices of the machines which we make are too low and easily affordable even to the general public. We are trying to make sanitizer tunnel, UV sanitizer machine, wall mounted thermal scanner, and many more COVID-19 related products. We are looking for funding support and collaboration in order to spread Make in India initiative to help support our country to fight this pandemic together. Here is a video depicting the importance of our sanitizer dispenser in these crises.
It may be possible that a person can get COVID-19 coronavirus by touching a person, a surface, or an object that has the virus on it, and then touching their own mouth, nose, or possibly their eyes. The only way to break this chain is to stop physical contact and clean your hands.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Hand washing really is important in trying to interrupt the transmission of coronavirus.
our solution. The most important point regarding this project is that the sanitizer dispenser is touch-free and therefore it reduces the spread of the disease. We have both timer-based and non-timer-based sanitizer, and we are working on furthermore to sanitize every part of the body. Here is the timer-based sanitizer which we are depicting here. Coming to the price, we are promoting Make in India and all the parts are made in India. No imported Chinese material are used in the manufacturing, and that too at a very cheap price as compared to the market statistics. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Team Easyway. And your product is completely based on what's going on right now, which is COVID-19, and you'll be preventing it by like preventing it from spreading. So that is a very great thing, and your sanitizer dispenser is much needed, I think. And the video that you showed was actually the reality of the situation. So I'm glad that you guys are doing something about it and have worked so hard on this project. Great presentation, guys.
Thank you so much, Team Easyway. Now I would like Team 3G to come up here and present. Team 3G, can you please come up here and start your presentation? Ritika, Falguni, can I please have you guys over here? We're very excited to see your presentation. If you're having any technical issues, please let us know. Other than that, to the audience, guys, we're so grateful for all the comments you have done. So all the comments you have shown in the comment section. Just keep showing us all your love and support. We really need it right now because I feel like a lot of teams are having network issues. I don't know. Maybe it is because a lot of people use their internet in the evening. That is possible, I guess. Okay, if team 3G isn't able to present, then we'll go on to the next team, that is the team MTS. Okay, guys. Team null pointers, are we here? Team null pointers, please save us from this. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, Nandini, you're audible. Team null pointers, team MTS, guys, are you there?
Hi, we are Team MTS. We are here, but we are waiting for one of our team members. So we'll require 5 more minutes.
Sure.
Okay, Sanskriti,
Is
sure.
Team
Why
Anya
not?
is here? Is Team Anya here?
Yes, we are here. Actually, we
Team
are
Anya.
ready.
Okay, yes, Team Anya. So please go on ahead and show us your presentation.
Yeah, let me start.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Can you see the presentation?
Yes,
Hello?
we can see it.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Prano. I'm from Team Anya. Let me ask you a small question. Where are robots and what happened to them? Well, we are seeing them right now in hospitals and all, but they weren't there a few months back, right? So let me share our story with you. This was the exact question that bothered us back then. I mean, we have seen robots in many sci-fi movies, the advanced, highly intelligent robots that can walk, talk, and even conquer the world. I mean, just kidding on the last part, but seriously, we haven't seen anything like that in real world, right? But the interesting thing is, with AI, we can make algorithms to make an autonomous robot which could make simple decisions. So, did we forget about robots? Mm. Naturally, as we are college students interested in robots, we built one with plywood and thermocol. I mean, basic ingredients. It's not intelligent, but it had a 7-inch interactive touchscreen display. It can move, and also it has 4 degrees of freedom to the arms to make basic hand gestures. It was not much, but it's more like a sample. So we placed this robot in our college tech fest to see the reaction of people. It got amazing attention, but it was a bit of mixed reviews really. But there was one suggestion that got our attention, which said, why not make this a receptionist robot? And as we thought about that, we thought maybe it could work. So let me introduce Bharat to continue on our thought process from here.
Hello everyone. Now, hospitality industry is an evergreen industry. So now what is the problem here? The job a front desk manager at a hotel is a very simple and repetitive task. That is the check-in and check-out process of the customers. This includes greeting the customers, documenting the stay of the customers, and take maybe few requests from the customers. That's it. They pay a lot of money to them, especially in the so-called star hotels. It is also a matter of fact that people tend to make mistakes in repetitive tasks. So, keeping all this in mind, can we cut down the expenses on the front desk managers and also increase the popularity of the hotel at the same time? Yes, we can. So, moving on to our solution. Our solution is to introduce a humanoid robot in place of a front desk manager or receptionist. Okay, you might wonder why hiring people is costlier than buying a robot. To answer this, let me share some statistics we collected. The amount paid to a front desk manager in a medium scale hotel is around 2.5 lakhs per annum. Usually, 2 people work in shifts which amounts to 5 lakhs per annum. But the robot can be made under 3 lakhs with very low maintenance. This is how we came to a conclusion that it is a feasible product. Our solution also has an added benefit: contactless check ins and checkouts. Okay, enough talk. Now let's see some demo. Okay, now since we are under lockdown, we could not access anything to build the prototype, but we have few simulations to show you. So now this is how our robot looks like. Like let's go closer towards the head. Now here comes the most important part. It's 6 degrees of freedom hands, which can mimic all possible movements a human arm does. So now let's go to some simulation of the arm. Oh. Yeah. Okay, you have seen all the parts here and there. Now let's go to see, let's get some gist of how our product looks like actually. Now, with this said, our robot can recognize people and interact with them as well. Now, with these many features, we thought, why should it be confined to the desk? Why should it not perform other tasks? We always expect a robot to perform as many tasks as possible, right? So we can add a module to the robot to add movement, making it suitable for serving food to the room. It can also serve food at the restaurant. It can also clean tables in a restaurant. So now let Pranav make his final arguments. Over to you.
Thank you, Bharat. But now you all might wonder, why now? Like, is this the right situation? For that, I would say this pandemic situation is absolutely the best time because it has opened up significant demand for even simpler robots. So by providing simpler robots, we can make use of this situation and work ourselves towards building advanced robots. So now you might wonder, why do we need an advanced robot? Well, answering that question would lead you right to our future plans, which is building advanced robots, which is more useful, like the robots that can be deployed in disaster-hit areas or maybe even be sent to space. So by introducing robots to dangerous and uninteresting jobs, we can save lives and also be more productive. Well, this is our idea, finally. And I would like to specifically thank our mentors, Avik Duper, Lyle Rodrigues, Prashant Chaudhary, and the organizing team who supported us continuously with our idea. And lastly, I would like to add that Incubator platform on the whole has given us great opportunity to pursue our dream. So thank you for your time. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Team Anya. Your robot is going to help a lot of us. And okay, yeah, it's going to help a lot of us, and maybe it will also spread this, but at least decrease the spread of coronavirus at the same time. And that is really like the possibilities of that is very high. Yes.
Hi, actually, our member is still not able to
Okay.
join right now.
Team G, can we please have you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yes.
hear you.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, Falguni. Please start your sentence.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, Falguni, go ahead.
Everyone, we are Team Fiji, and today we are going to present our project, Tripsin. Life happens when you make plans. It is truly said. Because whenever our friends come into hometown, don't you think it is very much blessed moment for us? Because finally we are able to see our friends. We are finally able to gear up our gang to meet once again. But then what happens? We make plans and it's all ruined because nobody can find the right schedule and the right time to meet each other. So we are solving this problem. Whenever it's either a small get together or a long vacation, we always want a getaway so that we can escape our problems and finally be able to enjoy in the moment. Carpe diem. It's one thing to think about it and totally another to actually plan things out to suit not just us but everyone around us. Now, what are the common problems while traveling? The first thing is that we can't agree upon a time that suits all of us. We have often faced this situation when our friend says, "Okay, I can't come. I'm busy. I'm here. I'm there." And then there is distance problem. Some say that they can travel long distances. Others say that they're not comfortable at all at traveling. Then there are different choices that clashes with each other, and the plan is all ruined. And there are various other reasons that can lead to the cancellation of a trip. With Tripson, we came up with the solution to help a group of familiars so that they can take care of their individual choices as well as find a common ground so that to meet with others. So that we can remove all the excuses of them, whether it's mismanagement of the time, whether it's distance coverage, whether it's any other thing, we will find a common ground for you so that you can have a wonderful trip ahead for you. But let's start with our solutions. The first thing that the user sees when they log into our app was what excites you most about the trip. The answer could vary from adventure to peace, solo travels to family trips, northern life, city life, anything you want. Whenever a few user first time logs in, they see a recommendation based upon whatever they have entered. For example, nowadays solo trips are in trend because of COVID and all the distance that we need to maintain from each other. So that if a person enters solo destinations, they can get various destination results based upon our editorial. The next thing we move upon is that how if the people would enter the experience of theirs, but then what should we greet them with so that they could agree upon entering the experience? Basically, the followers. And how do we help them ensure great number of followers? Make them a leaderboard so that they could climb up the leaderboard, enter their experiences, gain points, gain more followers, and whenever they have more followers, they would enjoy it. Now, to enter the experience, we would have a series of questions asked, which could range from how do you came to know about the place? What's the ideal time to visit? What kind of rights does the place have? These are all types of questions that we can ask to enter a great experience from the user. The next thing that comes upon is planning the trip itself. If you want to plan a trip, we have designed our interface in such a way so that people don't have to think much about answering the questions. The answers are already there. They just have to choose from the given options and they can choose whatever it is, whether it's a get together, a weekend getaway, anything. And then they can invite their friends also from from the app itself. They can enter how much distance they're comfortable traveling in. They can enter their locations, change it, and all the information regarding the answers that we provide to them against our questions is also there. Also, to help them find the right trip for them, we have a set of keywords. They can enter any of the keywords. It will keep on jumbling on those keywords and then they can continue. We have provided them with a few simple keywords. They can continue with them also, or they can enter more information if they like to give us more insight in what kind of trip they want us to organize for them. And then the other details, the boring ones, the time, login, registrations are all in the end, so we don't have to worry at the beginning of the trip itself. You can go ahead and plan it. So this is our team, me and Ritika. We had prepared this app, this prototype, which is just a trailer, the tip of the iceberg, and we hope that with the help of with the help of Cisco, we could be able to achieve it to a greater product. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, Team Crazy, for your presentation. Your presentation was very nice, and I think that all of us like traveling. Almost all of us like traveling. Your app is going to help us a lot. So thank you so much for that. Now I would thank you so much. I would like to apologize to the audience for the network issues that we are facing right now. Hopefully from now on the show will run smoothly. So stay here, bear with us, and shower your love and your support in the comment section down below, please, because we really need it right now. Okay, thank you.
Next team, we have Team MTS to present.
Good afternoon to one and all. I am Sanskriti.
Hi, I'm Haripriya.
Hi, I'm Ishna, and we are Team MTS.
You wake up and are all excited for the new day. But as soon as you reach metro, you feel stumped.
But then you see this and act all cocky. I have got my metro card. I'll reach the platform in no time.
Until the horror comes through. You gasp because you realize you forgot your card at the table and you have no other choice but to procure a token.
Now you feel exhausted after all the waiting and feel the universe is against you whenever you vision big goals.
You have just wasted your time and energy on a fruitless thing. And it's not as if queuing up at metro station helps you find your soulmate. It's all agony and impatience in the line.
We faced a similar situation and we are certain many metro users have faced the same. I'm sure you must have also faced some of these issues. Tell us about your experience in the comment section.
We were going back to our homes after celebrating our friend's birthday, only to realize our friend had lost her metro card.
Sadly, we had to board the train at one of the busiest stations, Kashmiri Gate, so she had to stand in an ominously long queue to procure a token.
There has been noticed a spike in the metro users because the route expanded and has remained an efficient and cost-effective source of public transport ever since its establishment. So more the users naturally imply longer queues.
While waiting for her, we had an idea.
So we thought, what is something that is always there with you that you don't easily forget because you depend on it for so many activities?
The answer is right there in your hands, a smartphone. So we convert your phone into a ticket.
We aim to eradicate long queues at the stations and ease travelers' experience by introducing e-tickets.
All the user has to do is generate a QR code through our app, which will be scanned at the gates, and voila, there you go. No hustle and bustle.
With our concept, you save time, energy, and curb plastic pollution. You don't need to carry the plastic bags.
On that day, two things came into existence: our friend Mahima and our idea for the app.
The vision of our app is not just limited to be able to generate a QR code. We have so much more.
Purchase the ticket for your friends and family while sitting at home. Have people at home who are not technically sound or someone who you want to buy ticket for? Think no more.
Know your route. It has been so many times when we know that we want to reach a particular mall, but don't know which station to alight at. With our app, we tell you the appropriate station.
Suppose I am at Rajiv Chowk metro station and I decide to go to Vegas, but I don't know from which way to gate to exit. So out of confusion, I exit from gate number 3. And now I have to walk all the way across the Connaught Circle, wasting my time and energy. I am sure this must have happened with many of you. And therefore, the app will also tell you from which gate you can exit to reach your location.
Know which compartment to board on. There are numerous times when you are in rush and board the busiest compartment of the metro. With our app, we will tell you the correct compartment to board on so that you can at least have a hope to find a seat.
In uncertain times like these, they will also help you in creating contactless entries to the stations. Thank you everyone for listening to us. We hope to make some changes in your traveling experience. For any queries, please drop us a mail at mtstqb@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team MTS, for your presentation. Your app is going to help a lot of us, save time when we go to metro stations and not, even when we have to decide where we have to sit. So it's going to save a lot of time for all of us. I believe it. So thank you so much for your presentations.
Thank you, guys. Next, can we please have Team Wo Miners to present?
Okay, Team Woman is starting their presentation. Until that, I would like all the audience to again shower us with your love and support, guys. And your questions. We need questions to have more clarity. The more questions you ask, the more clarity we have in our product. Okay. Anya, who minus, can we start? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, is the screen visible?
No, it is not visible. Ananya. Okay, it is visible now.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Wominers, and as the name says, our project is basically based on helping minors, and it's an all-women team. So hence, we came up with the name Wominers for our project. We are a team of 5 girls from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for women, and the idea of designing a robot that helps in rescue operations and analysis of mines came to us when we watched videos of miners dying in mine collapse, of roof collapse of mines, and all that stuff, and a lot of people losing their lives due to toxic gases. Hence, we decided to come up with our project, and the problem statement of our project is: there is a need to design robots that are helpful to carry out rescue operations during mine collapse, and are also able to do rescue operations and perform regular analysis of mines. I would like my partner Ananya to continue.
Yeah. So to solve this problem, we decided to build a bot which can help the rescue team. Our bot has two functionality. First of all, the first to carry out a smooth rescue operation, and other to do the regular analysis of the mines. A camera has been interfaced to our bot, whose live feed will be sent to the substation, by seeing which the controller can control the bot. And also, a bot will be having a mapping system inside it, and that the map will be sending to the server, which help the rescue team to get the basic idea how the mines look inside it. And a bot also will be having flame and the gas sensors interface to it. And we'll keep a check on the toxicity levels of various gases present inside the mines. And if the values goes beyond the threshold, an alarm will be activated, hence alerting the miners to evacuate the place as soon as possible. So a bot will be providing solution to various problems. So firstly, like it will be helping in finding the trapped peoples inside the debris during a mine collapse, and during the regular check of the toxicity levels of various gases will help in preventing the buildup and explosion of toxic gases. A bot will be doing also the volumetric analysis that will help in seeing all the crevices inside the mines, that will help in preventing the wall or the roof collapse. And at last, a bot will also be having an additional feature that a boogie will be attached to its end, so that that can be helped to sending all the necessary items such as food, medicines during a mine collapse to the affected area before the rescue team arrives. So like coming to our target customers, so our bot will be a great help to NDRF, that's the National Disaster Response Force, to carry out the rescue operation very smoothly and efficiently. And simultaneously, we are also targeting some private firms dealing with mining activities as our target customer. Now I give my mic to Yukta. Yukta, please take over.
This slide, we have this. Keep of gravity as possible to reduce the chance of rollover in a mine. In slide, you can see we have done the force analysis of the robot while during if the boat having a crash, is it able to uh, uh, is it able to achieve the impact which it have on its body. So we have applied 8G forces on the front, rear, and uh, side of the boat, and perform the front impact analysis, rear impact analysis, and side impact analysis. Now you can continue, Devin.
So, due to pandemic, we could not build the actual structure of our bot, but we built the basic version. So, this is our prototype. So, this is controlling of robot using keyboard by seeing the live stream on server. So, we are controlling the bot is done through keyboard by using arrow keys with the help of live camera stream fetched at the server. So this is our live camera feed, as you can see, and this is our navigation of our bot in our environment. Moving on to the flame sensor values on the terminal. We interfaced flame sensor with our bot. It sends the flame not detected in normal conditions, and when flame is shown, it sends the alert message to the people sitting in the base station. So this is our team profile. Under software department, we had Divya, Ananya, Rushali, and under mechanical department, we have Dipshika Yukta and intern Rishabh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Wo Minus, for presenting. It was a great presentation, guys, and also a great initiative taken by your team. I think we all can agree that there are many miners who lose their lives because of this, and you will be saving lives. So, which is and that is a very great thing to do. So, thank you, guys. Great presentation.
Thank you so much, Team Wo Miners. Now, I'd like to ask the last team pointers to present. Team null pointers, if you can hear me, please say yes. Okay, audience, I'm so sorry about this, but team null pointers are having a lot of issues. So we'll be going into the panel discussion now. But if Team Null Pointer is ready till the end, then we can have their presentation at the end so that you all can spectate it. And we are very honored to have you here with us. Thank you for all your comments. I just saw all the comments and it was very satisfying and pleasing to know that, yes, you're all here for us. So now with the panel discussion, we have Mr. Abhijit Sinha. He is the CEO and the co-founder of Project DEFY. And like I already said, he's a TEDx speaker and yeah, entrepreneur too.
Hi. Thank you for a better introduction of me than I give for myself.
Most welcome. Thank you for being here and thank you for supporting us throughout this whole internship program. Literally, everyone, this program, Abhijit has literally supported every single one of us, all the teams, all the OT members, and without his support, this wouldn't have been a success. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Now, I would just like to name all the panelists from the teams. From Team Energize, it's Shraddha. From Team 3G, it is Falguni Goel. From Team Anya, it is Tatvik. From Team Easy Way, it's Vidya. And from Team Woman, it's Rushali. And from Team MTS, it is Sanskriti. Please, everyone, switch on your cameras. And now I'll just hand over the mic to you, Abhijit, and you can do your magic.
All right. Hello, hello. Thank you again. I get twice an opportunity this time to run the panel. Really, really impressed, of course, with all the projects and all the presentations, and quite looking forward to spend the next 30 to 45 minutes knowing a little bit more about the people doing these projects. The projects, I think we understand quite much, but my purpose always is to focus on the people and what their thought processes are and what inspires them. I'm not so sure if others have turned on their cameras yet. It would be nice if the audience can see you. It's always nicer like that. But if it is too much of a struggle, I understand. But if you can, I would suggest that you turn on your cameras and let us see what's who's behind the screen. So all right. Oh yes, now we can see some. Hi. Okay, I see Rushali, I see Sanskriti. Hopefully with time, I think I will start seeing magically some more people. Okay, let's start. We'll do a little bit. I mean, I of course always ask the panelists to introduce themselves, but I'll actually take a page from my friend's book, Raghav. So he's an artist, Raghav, and he always does this. He calls it shameless introductions, meaning that you introduce yourself in the most shameless manner possible. Brag about yourself, tell who you are, what you are, what you've achieved, what you've done, and just feel free. Don't have to be too humble or too don't have to just go ahead and tell us all about you that we might be able to relate with. And we will try to keep it short, so maybe take a minute or maximum two to speak and give your introductions. Again, we already know now about your projects. You don't have to get into your project all that much in your introduction. We want to know about you, where you're from, what do you do, what makes your clock tick, and these are things that are more interesting in this introduction, right? All right. So let me start with Shraddha. And Shraddha, maybe you can give us your shameless introduction.
Hi Abhijit, thank you for the mention. So my name is Shraddha. I'm a physics student going into my third year. So I'm not an engineering student like almost everyone else over here. I aspire to be an astrophysicist when I grow up, and on the sideline, I like to dabble in a bit of tech. But apart from studies, I'm a football player and the college's athletics captain, and I'm actively take part in sports and music. And as you can see, I have a piano behind me, so I play the piano as well. So yeah, that's just a little about me. And
that's not a little at all.
Thank you.
You're an overachiever, huh?
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Yeah, I think you're well off on your road, dabbling a little bit on the side with tech and still doing so well. It's really lovely. Okay, let me go on to Falguni. Let's hear it from you. Go on, be shameless, no problem. Falguni? Yeah. No? Okay. Maybe Falguni has so much to say that it is buffering. Okay. Let me go on to the next person. We'll come back to Falguni if she's able to connect. Tatvik.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Tatvik from Amrita University, Coimbatore. Currently, I'm pursuing my BTech from Electronics and Communication. I'm very much interested in creating new things and stuff with electronics. Yeah. Now we are here.
Besides electronics, what does Tatvik do? Who is Tatvik?
I started with opening my remote control cars and everything, and now we're making robots.
Okay, thank you, Tatvik. That's very nice. Next, let's have Vidya.
Hello everyone.
Vidya? Yes.
Hello everyone,
Fine,
I'm Vidya Bhushan from IITSU. I'm pursuing chemical engineering from IIT and I'm from OPR and I'm from team EasyWay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Vidya. Falguni, I think we can see you now. Would you like to introduce?
Yes, sorry for before it was some fault with the camera.
It's okay, we understand.
So, hi everyone, I am Falguni. I am a master's final year student in computer science from IGTC Delhi. And as we have seen my our team's project, we have made a basic prototype, which we hope that we will be able to make a final product of it. And yeah, besides being involved in the tech stuff, I am a reader and a writer. I love to read books a lot, and I write too. And I have many other hobbies. I love sketching and other things. So yeah, I'm a creative person, I think. Thank you.
Wonderful. Falguni, I didn't get that part. What do you write? You said you're a writer. What do you write?
Not just when I was in my graduation year, I write short stories.
Stories.
And yeah, write short stories, or sometimes some like about topics that are common, some journal problems and all like that. But yeah, when I came to a master's, I switched to some personal writing for some time. So, yeah.
Wonderful. That is awesome. Hopefully, we will get to meet. Okay, Falguni, yeah, I think it'd be nice if you could because there's a lot of background noise. Okay, you all right? Let me go to the next person. We have Rushali.
I am Roshali. I am from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. And I did not switch on my camera because I'm facing some connection issues. So I just wanted my voice to reach. And we don't get enough chances to brag about ourselves. So I'll take full opportunity of this chance. I'm the president of the debating society of my college, and I am also heading the environment club of my college. And what I associate myself with is environment. I've also been working as a volunteer with WWF India, and I've also done projects under them. Uh, these are certain things that I like. I'm a computer science student, but I also wanted to try my hands on electronics. So I dedicated my first year trying to know about electronics, and hence decided to join this project team that right now. But other than that, I'm more dedicated towards handling the leadership tasks. Thank you.
Of course, you are the head of the debate society, so no doubt leadership has to be a very strong part of you. That's amazing. It's very nice to know this part of you. And I guess creating a startup, the skills of debating is really, really quite useful. So I'm quite glad that that's that's what's going on as well. Okay, last we have for our final brag introduction, Sanskriti. Go on.
Hi, I'm Sanskriti, and I'm pursuing computer science engineering in IGDTUW. It's in Delhi, Gate. And in my free time, I like to listen to music. I can play guitar and harmonium fairly well. And then I also like to read certain facts and involve myself in debates and all. So that's pretty much about me.
That's awesome. Thank you, Sanskriti. I have to point out at this point that this is such a rare occasion where we have a panel of more women than men in actually quite a technological space, which is actually so rare around the world. And I'm actually quite proud to be able to be a part of this. This is really cool, and I'm very glad that there is there is so much participation. I think in some way or the other, the program is successful in that sense. Cool. All right. So let's start. Now we will try to touch upon your project, but not the project itself. What we want to know is the background story, right? So movie we have seen, but what inspired this movie to come alive? So let's maybe one by one. I will ask you, and you can speak about what inspired you to move into this direction and try to solve this specific problem or challenge that you see. Not every, I mean, most people see it, but not enough people notice it in the same way, and that's usually fantastic, background. So it'll be lovely if you just tell us the sort of story that led you to start working on this idea. What did you see? Where did you see this problem? Yeah. I'll go on to Shraddha again, and let's start, Shraddha, with you. Give us your story.
Hi. So actually, being a physics student, you don't have much of a chance to solve real world problems. It's all very theoretical. I guess I found this Cisco. I wanted to explore my tech on that. And so how did I come to this area of energy consumption and saving energy? I'm someone who believes in sustainable development, and so in my house, I blame myself of using the AC too much and actively not saving enough energy and not being careful enough. So, and I really think as a community we should all keep an eye on this. And so I wanted to create something that would help us do this in an easy way and in an effective way as well. So I started brainstorming and I came up with this particular idea. And I approached a very close friend of mine who could help me with the tech part as well. And so we got together and we created this. And I hope it will be useful in the future. Yeah, thank you.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Abhijit. I'm so sorry to interrupt. You're on mute.
Yeah. I got it. It's
It's okay.
my old problem with muting and unmuting. Yeah, but that's really nice, Shraddha. I think I wouldn't agree that physics is not solving real world problems. Maybe yeah, maybe it is. It has a scope beyond what we see, but. I am a huge fan of people who work on physics usually. All right. So Falguni, go on next. And yeah.
So we were trying to find a problem that we really want to solve, like something that could drive us that yes, we want a solution of it for ourselves only. So it happens a lot of time that one of my friends, she lives in Hyderabad, so she comes very early to Delhi, and we don't get to see her much. And you know, there is a longing between best friends to meet each other, and it gets really frustrated whenever whenever she comes to town, but then she can't meet us. So it's really frustrating to get them all together, and so we thought that what if we discussed it with one few of our college friends also, and they also felt that yes, this is one thing that always happens. No matter how good your planning is going on, something happens in the end, and it always pays off. And out of 10, I think 2 or 3 planned trips would only work, and something always happens in the end and it would fail up. So we thought of developing a solution for it so that we can not only help ourselves but other enthusiasts also. Because in this world we are living in, there is a lot of stress and depression and anything. Uh, we want to escape the monotony. We want to break it, and we want to do something that uh, make us live the moment. So, being with our loved ones, being on a solo trip also, being away from everything that you are in is something that we all need. So that is the basic initial idea behind
Thank you, Falguni. I think when we understand the inspiration behind your idea, or what connects it, it really completes the whole picture of what you have spoken before. What you have presented. Now, in my head, also it really connects with something real, and something that I would face as well. So, thank you for sharing that, and completing that picture in our minds. Tatvik, let's go on to you.
Yeah, hi. Um, we to be fair, like initially we didn't started with our problem. Like we just made we thought of like testing our skills in electronics. So we thought of we should do something like we should know ourselves. What do we know? What are we learning? Then we thought of doing a project which is more complex in concepts and stuff. And at the same time, like we also thought of doing a social experiment. Like many people are doing a large kind of robots or stuff, this project, but the normal people and the regular people or the civilians are not getting more attracted to them. So we thought of what if we do a humanoid robot, but there's no like there's no more intelligence in it. So we did a humanoid robot with more electronics, but not an intelligent robot. But we attracted a lot of crowd and people. So if just a humanoid bot, like without no intelligence, if it is attracting this many people, what if we combine the intelligence which is solving the problems and the bot which is attracting people? Maybe this will be a good idea. Then we come up with this idea of making an actual humanoid robot with the intelligence and the structure too. And there's a one guy who inspired us actually about this type of problem is while we were exhibiting this robot, one of a senior citizen, like maybe around 50, 60, I think, he asked us, okay, you made a robot, but I would feel nice if I can talk to the robot every day. So then, so people are wanting, are going to, likely to talk with the robots. So then we figured out a problem like we are using personal assistants like Alexa and everything, right? Google Assistant, but there is a gap between us. They cannot really connect with the assistant properly. So yeah, there is an intelligence, but there's no connectivity between the human and the computer. So this thing, as per as this humanoid robot will solve this bridge. Like it will construct a bridge between the artificial intelligence and the humans. So we come up with this idea.
Fantastic. I remember seeing the robot when I was visiting
Yeah.
time back, and of course I'm super impressed with the technology. But I'm actually more impressed by how you draw your inspiration from a very simple human interaction. The story you just said about this old person telling you that I would like to talk to. I mean, it's just a simple human interaction, but it really reinforces the direction in which we want to take technology, and how it is still human-centered design. That while you're
Yeah.
designing a technology, it's still centered over a human experience and
Yeah.
human lifestyle. It's amazing. I quite find it intriguing. Thank you so much, Tatvik.
Thank
Um,
you, Ajit.
all right, Vidya, let's go on. I think Vidya is still having network. Vidya, are you able to hear me?
Am I audible now?
Oh yeah. Yes, I could hear you. Yeah, yeah. Go on.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So being a student, and the whole world is suffering global pandemic of coronavirus. I was also stressed to see the effect of coronavirus and lots of people getting affected by the coronavirus. So, on the saying of prevention is better than cure, we thought what is the basic thing which we can work upon through our tech solutions to help reduce the spread of coronavirus. So we thought the contact of people with contagious surface is the basic any person to get coronavirus. So we worked upon it and thought to make a automatic touchless sanitizer dispenser to so one of our team members Sahil start now we have complete device which is contactless and which prevent people to get in contact with the contagious surface. So I think this project will save people from getting contaminated with this corona. So hope now we have made a team for website for the pre-booking, and we are now seeking for the funding collaborations for the future plan of project. And now we are focusing on different variants of the product so that we can help people of India under Made in India Abhiyan, so that people can be benefited through the help of technology by the students of tech students of India. So now we have not need to stay on the imported products from outside. So product is ready now. Thanks.
Thank you, Vidya. That's quite smart. Funding pitch in the middle of the story, huh? Quite nice, actually. But Vidya, if you could mute your mic.
The story you just said about this whole.
Right. Yeah, I think what Vidya is doing with this team is brilliant because that is actually in response to the situation, right? That's in response to what is happening right now. So that's quite amazing to see that while many people struggled to make sense of the situation, some people thought that they should do something about it, and Vidya's among those people. And I'm actually quite happy and honored to be in this panel with him as well. Thank you so much, Vidya. Okay. All right. So we will go on to the next person. That is Rushali. Let's hear your story, Rushali.
When I was listening to all the other panelists, I was thinking that what was our story, and that's when I realized that for other people it was like they they saw something and they were facing something, and that's when they decided to come up with their project. But for us, it was more like a reverse engineering process to build a problem statement. So how we started with our project was that when we were in our first year, uh, all of us joined a common electronics club where which most of the people who are interested in electronics join, and we started with building basic LFRs and everything, and that's when we realized that we don't want to just stick to LFRs or normal robots that everybody can make, and we decided to the problem statement to make something very good. And that's when we thought that what all do we want to include in our project. So for me, it was about connecting to the environment. For one of the teammates, it was about saving lives. And for another one, it was about including as many sensors as we can so that we learn a lot while making the project. And since we're not anyway related to mines or go to the mines or anything like that, so it was just a very random idea that came to us when we were sitting in our class. And since uh, when you're in a mine, you're connected to the environment. You also use a lot of sensors to detect the environment. And since we're since we're also analyzing the mine and performing rescue operations, so it is also saving lives. Hence it makes it the perfect project to apply our skills on and satisfied all our needs. That's when we thought we're going to work on this. So that's our story. We basically reverse engineered and came to the problem statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vishali. I think all of us have at some point gotten very excited about building something, built it, and then thought, okay, what do I do with it? But most of us really struggle to actually find then the problem that can actually solve, and projects die. But you were able to seamlessly backtrace it to real problems that what you have already created can solve, and that's not so easy to do, I must say. Congratulations on being able to do that, and thank you for sharing. And also thank you for the honesty. I feel people sometimes cook up stories just so that it sounds a little bit nice, but to be honest, to say okay, this is how it happened, is beautiful, and I really respect you for that. Okay, let's go on to the last on the list. Sanskriti.
Hi. Basically, me and my friends were going back to our homes from our college, and it turned out that one of our friends had lost her metro card. It's human tendency to not like waiting for anybody. So we got very agonized, and we were like, because we had to wait for her to procure a token. Then an idea came that what if everyone had their tickets in their hands already? Like, what is something that you have with you all the time? And that is something very common, and that's a smartphone. So we thought that we can convert our smartphone into a ticket, and that's how the idea for generating QR codes as tickets came up.
Lovely. Yet another very real experience. Lovely. Okay. I'll try to switch up the order a little bit. Now that I remember your names, so it'll be easier for me to switch up the order. So I'll ask the question, but I'll pick people from in between, so that you don't sleep and you are actually pretty attentive with me. Yeah, I like attention like that. Okay. Well, actually, I want to ask a different kind of question. I wanted to know that was there a point, and usually there is, but maybe it has been very little time for that point to have come. But has there been a point where you felt that you failed in some way? It's not working out. Maybe it will not go. The project that you're trying to build does not have a future anymore. It's not going to go ahead. Did you feel a sense of failure or mistake or an insurmountable challenge at any point of time through your through the lifetime of your project building? And if you did, then what did you do to overcome it? Maybe this requires a little bit deep thinking, so it's a bit unfair for me to ask right off the bat. But I would really love to hear that, because especially with so many students and young people I've interacted with, that it's usually quite difficult to get out of failures and challenges. Everybody is telling them to follow a standard path. Parents are saying, no, what are you doing all of this nonsense? Get in line, get a job. Things like that. It gets difficult. There's exams, there's all sorts of things, but then you still are able to somehow stick to what you were doing. And I would really love to hear if there has been that moment in your for your team or for you in your project so far, and if yes, how was it, and what did you do to overcome that? I will now actually not start with Shraddha. Let me start instead with Falguni.
So what happened is that when we first came up with this idea, we were very excited about it. But and we have started seeing that how we will actually we have started developing the user interface. We started thinking how people would interact with it, how we would make something that people would not get like they would not tense up filling up, but then they will enjoy when the final results are seen in front of them. So what happened is that many of the mentors were with us. We have Cisco incubator in our college as well, and there were many mentors there, and some guests also came from out there. Their advices were, very valuable for us. But what they did is that they told us, okay, try to solve it from this algorithm, study this, and you will be able to solve this. And some also told us that okay, like if you study this, okay, the optimization parameters, like you are taking the distances of people, you are taking their time periods. There are so many optimization parameters. How do you manage that? Okay, study this algorithm. And it was very frustrating for us to start with something that we haven't even heard about, and it was a very high level algorithm, I must say. And we started thinking, did we really choose the right problem? Is it so much difficult? Because they just indicated in the front of us that okay, this is a problem that is even not possible to solve, but yeah, you can try. And we were like, are we wasting our time? Like, what are we doing? And but thanks to this internship program that we, when we were, slowly progressing with the things, with exams in between, we have, just let it, slowly, it was just slipping, the idea was beginning to slip from our hands. But again, when I told you earlier that it was something that we really, really want to build, because it was our problem, because we want to solve this problem. So we didn't let it slip. And thanks to this internship program and our mentor who told us that, okay, who asked us, I must say, the right questions. So we were able to find the answers because of those questions that he asked us. And we were able to put ourselves into the position of the user and was able to find out that how we are actually going to solve this problem. Something that people would not tense up filling up stuff on these, would not tense up using the app. They would actually enjoy it, how to make it lively, and not to view from the algorithm back to the problem, but from problem making your own algorithm, something like that. So yes, that was it.
Lovely. That's quite something, huh? That's of course a good support system, mentors, people who are there to help you, kick you in the ass if required. Just give that little push is really really useful. However, also I really relate to what you said. You said that it was our problem, something that you're so connected with, that giving up is not an option. That's something beautiful. I feel that. Uh, Sometimes we are misled into believing that what we love is the solution, but in reality the truth usually is that what we love is that problem. It's so we are so passionate about that problem that quitting is really not an option, and that's very beautifully explained by you. Thank you so much, Falguni. Very well said. All right, Vidya, let's hear from you. Did you have a tough point in your project? Vidya, is this the tough point in the project?
No.
Yeah, yes, we can finally hear you. So go on.
Actually, yes. Actually, I late joined the internship program, and I becoming the part of Team Easy Way. I found biggest thing which are far different from the practical and theoretical product, or building a solution to any problem is far different point than actual implementation and making it ready for the market. So we learned various things about this because college and while studying in home, we work on basic Arduino and basic sensors for the project, and later on find industrial application of these are very different. It requires electronics. With in the guidance of mentor, we uh, replace Arduino 85. Like these things are really lot helped us to get inside about electronics, level electronics part, and make ready for market. We made we are making manuals and installation procedures for our automatic sanitizer dispensation. It's really interesting to work with lot of different guys having different and collaborating all of them for very interesting for all of us, and it's a very amazing experience. They are working and we stayed side getting lots of experience from this. And lastly, like to thank our members and our team mentor, and always thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidya. Yes, I think for many teams, the sort of big difficult point comes when the assumptions crash into a wall and reality hits, right? So the difference between what you thought will happen and what actually happens, and that's usually a turn. Some people turn around their car and start driving backwards, but some people, somehow tackle the wall and keep going forward. And so I'm quite happy that that was not the dissuading point, and I'm quite happy that people supported you. And it's really great that you mentioned your team, because I think a lot of the credit to move forward. We usually think about the mentors. We usually think about the program. We forget to think about our friends. The people who are actually the ones who are really the fuel for us. Sometimes when I am low, somebody else is, energy is something I can borrow, and I can continue moving forward. So, that's very nice of you to mention. Thank you, Vidya. I'll ask Sanskriti now for her. Yes.
Right. So basically, coming up with the idea was pretty simple, but basically, I had no tech on how to develop apps and anything. So we, Googled stuff. We tried to build a prototype, but it was all in vain because it was not good and it was not at all meeting our expectations. But then we found out about Cisco thingQbator in our college, and then the whole outlook on the app really changed. They gave us the correct tools and they gave us the correct guidance, and with their help, we have been able to build the prototype so far. So the problem was not being technically adept, but the solution was Cisco thingQbator, because they really helped us by giving the correct tools.
Lovely. Thank you yet again. The existence of that community and that space and the people really help. Super. Okay, Shraddha, I hope you are ready. You're next.
Hi. So I think the biggest roadblock we faced was actually in the very beginning of our project. So my teammate and I, we had a lot of discussion on how this would pan out. We had a lot of ambitious ideas as to how this would go. But there was just one problem. We had no idea how to start, where to start, and how it would end up in. So a lot that lacked was the technical skill, because I had no experience in UI, UX, or app development. And so we started out with our very meager skill in basic electrical engineering. Um, and then to overcome this roadblock, we set like small goals, so that every small goal that we achieved, it would drive us a bit forward into actually getting us at the end point. And I think that was the biggest roadblock, not knowing how to go about things. And I have my mentors to thank for helping me through this, us through this. Set off and he does hardware and to geographical locations, so I was working around that as well. But, we still got through it, and we're really happy for that, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's lovely. Yes, one of the most important things I notice for problem solvers is somehow to be able to find that long-term vision. Like, where is this going? How far is this going? What will it look like a little bit later? And then, but having that vision and still breaking down into small goals, that's the impressive part, right? That's the hard part. That's where people actually struggle. So it's the big goal is great, and knowing that fuels your long-term passion, but those small goals, the little pieces of success, re-energize and keep you keep you going. That's brilliant. I'm very happy that you brought it up. I'm very I mean, you guys are all very well, what shall I say, deep thinkers almost. That almost anything that I could have thought of is already something that you mentioned. It's brilliant. Okay, we have Tatvik next. Go on, Tatvik. Tell us
Yeah.
yours.
Actually, to be fair, we didn't get a single break. We had lot of breaks in the whole journey of our project. Usually, after we made our basic prototype, we just like we got this lockdown due to the COVID pandemic, and we don't know how this hospitality industry or the hotel industry will be after the post COVID-19. Will be the same way how it's happening the past, or it will be changing. So we are having a lot of problem, like will the solution work there, will they be using this kind of solution there. Then our mentors helped us, like they gave us so much hope, like maybe you don't know, right, how this thing will happen. Then we just got some, like even if we want to contact some models also, it's very difficult for us because of the lockdown. So my friend Pranav got some contacts from the LinkedIn, like some I think managing assistant managing director from Oyo, I think, and some of them like Taj, and around some 15 to 20 people, and he spoke with all of them for around 2 weeks. Like he spoke with one guy daily 2 to 3 times. Sir, will this work? How what is the solution? Like if we made like this, will this be perfect in your situation? And he got a lot of statistics, and then we are clear. Like, okay, this will work. This is the only way which is going to work in the post COVID-19. So that was our biggest, like in that 1 week, the starting of the lockdown, we are very like, oh shit, something happened. But yeah, it's fine now.
Thank you, Tatvik. That's really nice. Okay, last we have for this question, Rushali.
It started in the very beginning itself. Me and my mates, the initial teammates, we had knowledge about the electronics at the start, but we did not know how to build the body of a robot, its structure, or how much stress it can take, and the wheels that would be needed to, go inside a mine, because it's a very stressful condition, weather condition there. So we did not have anybody from the mechanical department to help us out with it. So for us, the first task was to find a teammate, because without a teammate who knows about all this thing, we could not move ahead with our project. So that's when we started looking for people in our own college from the mechanical department, asking our seniors and everybody that we could at least have a team and get started with the project. Now that we found people who could help us out with the mechanical part, the next problem that we had was was something related to what people said about us. They were like, LFRs, it's easy to make LFRs, it's easy to make things with Arduino, but building a project at such a large scale is not something that you'll be able to do. And that's when we thought that this is not the kind of reaction we should be expecting from our classmates. And we did not give much attention to that, and we kept moving ahead with our project. That's when the mentorship from Cisco thingQbator's mentors came in and helped us out. Uh, it also happened during the pandemic that it was not possible to assemble all the parts and to uh, test all the parts, and that's when we kept going on with the things on our own. And now that we've been working on this project for so long, we've started calling it our baby. It's like a baby project, and we love to see how far it goes and how much it does, and we cannot stop putting our efforts into it no matter what anybody says.
Thank you. That is really nice. That's super sweet. And yeah, I think several times there are actually the more people are usually discouraging or telling us that this is not possible, that is not possible, and in that moment to find a couple of people who are believing in you and trusting you, that's quite special. And I that in my journey as well, and I am very glad that you're already seeing that, and it's wonderful. Okay, so I mean, I would have asked you what did this program do for you, but you've already answered that. So I don't have to do that. The question for how did this program help you? I think you've you've given that, and I'll skip that question. I actually want to ask you yet another, and this will be the final one. I have already been told it's only 10 minutes left, maybe even less than that. The final question I wanted to ask is, do you see as the future? So let's say 5 years from now, where do you see your idea or your project be? And you. So what is the vision you have for this sort of 5 years from now for your venture, for your idea? And I will club that question also with because it is really important for more and more students to start thinking about and feeling confident that they can solve problems. So what is it that a message that you would like to leave behind for other students in terms of what you have learned or what you've experienced so far? So a message for the students basically from your problem solving experience so far, and before that try to answer the other question I asked. So let's start with Vidya. Actually, Vidya just answered. Yeah, it's okay. So Vidya, let's start with you. What do you see as the future of your idea? How will it? What will be the state of it in about 5 years? Where will you be? It's good to imagine that. It's good to, for us, and especially for you, to imagine that in as much be completely optimistic, right? Of course things can go wrong and whatever, don't forget about that, forget about the constraints. Be madly optimistic. Be people should say, oh yeah, that's a bit crazy, but that's okay. That's a good way to have a vision. So be completely optimistic and tell us, where do you think your idea will be 5 years from now? And of course a message for the students, right? Vidya, go on. Yes.
And so right now we are very much connected in the market, and we are working for this and limit. And apart from this, since class while my JEE preparation, I have noted on some problems which I have to solve after getting into IIT. So I have noted all those things. So later on, after the success of the product in market, I think I, with all my team, will move to bring more and more new project and new technical product which solve the real life problems of Indians. And we think easy successfully emerge as a company and as a trust to give the solution of real life through amazing technology to give message who is watching us and who has not done their project yet. I would like to say, just think on your ideas, believe your ideas, and start working on with your teammate. And if you once you start working on your ideas and project, you will see many door will open to support you. Many people will support your ideas, and you will find no difficulties if you are really consistent with that idea. So keep going on, and success will come to you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Vidya. That's quite amazing. Writing problems since seventh grade. That's brilliant. That's a vision already, And so Vidya is going to solve more than one problem. He doesn't want to stop at solving one problem. He wants to continue solving more and more and more. And what a wonderful message. Yes, actually, it's really true that it's very difficult to find this very early success. What a problem solver has to keep doing is keep working and working and working, and the acknowledgement and success eventually comes. But the working part is actually much longer than we anticipate. So thank you, Vidya. That was really nice. Very good parting words you've given us. I will ask Rushali next.
For me, the 5-year plan would be, since you said be as optimistic as possible. So for me, 5-year plan would be sitting in my room and watching on the television and the news, seeing that the bot that we made actually saved some miners from a mine collapse, or probably our bot analyzed it before and saved a mine from collapsing, thereby saving people's life. So that is the 5-year plan that I had, the vision that I had since the beginning itself. And I also, talking on my part, I also see myself as a software engineer who also contributed to this field. So that would be my 5-year plan. And to say something to the audience, I would like to say that just trust the process. Everything will just fall into place if you're dedicated enough to to work on your project. And all you need to do is trust the process and keep going on.
Thank you, Rushali. How amazing. What a wonderful vision that somebody else can actually visualize that. And I can totally see it in my head. And I really, really hope that what you have said becomes reality as soon as possible, maybe if possible, even earlier than 5 years. And yes, relentlessness or just keeping on and on and on is the only thing we as problem solvers need to bring in onto the table. The process takes care of the rest, but the passion, the just the motivation of wanting to solve a problem, that's very personal, and that's something you must bring to the table. Thank you so much for that, Rushali, and I think that made a whole lot of sense. Let's have Sanskriti. Sanskriti, go on.
So we don't see ourselves as just a metro-oriented app. Basically, if a tourist is coming and it needs some guidance and it gets lost or something, we should be able to help them out as smoothly as possible. So not only taking care of your metro journey, but also when you exit the metro station, we will be ready with your auto rickshaws or cabs or whatever you want, so that you have to don't take out your wallet at different points. We'll take care for everything just by a touch at your home. And we could also have shareable tickets so that we can lend each other tickets. And apart from that, we can have different basically there is a lot of confusion when it comes to exiting from the correct gate. So basically, if a person is coming in Delhi, we will take care of your entire trip. That is our big vision. And as far as motivating other people or guiding other people is concerned, I would say that brainstorming is good when you don't have ideas. That's okay. But the real thing is when you are in the situation. So don't curse when you're in a situation, and just try to think how you can make it possible. And it doesn't have to be realistic or something. Just think how you can improve it, and then find a possible solution for it. Like, that's it.
How amazing. Yet another wonderful 5-year plan, from being a product that solves a piece of the problem that to becoming an experience for people who visit the city. That's quite something. And indeed, nothing better than immersing yourself completely in the process, and in the challenges as you go along, solving it, not worrying too much, because eventually solutions do come. Thank you so much. That's really nice, and Sudhi. Tatvik, we will have you next. Your words of wisdom for us. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we are making a robot with, but the robot is having a limited, freedom to work, like to think or something, because it's a robot. But we don't have any restrictions, right? So we want to build a perfect robot with full of intelligence, which is mostly similar to the human. In the looking forward to build it in future 5 years or 4 years. And my main dream is to if your Google Assistant or Siri says you good morning or something, you won't feel that good, right? But when somebody, your mate, your friend, or your neighbor says good morning, you'll feel happy. I want the same feeling. I want the user to get the same feeling when he was greeted by my robot. Like when he was greeted by my robot, he should feel the same when he was greeted by his friend or someone. I want to achieve that target. That was my main dream. Uh, yeah, and yeah, we are going to do a lot of things with these robots in future. And like mine, I want to say something like, don't ever think to make your things perfect. Like the things will never be perfect. Just go with the flow. Like if it is not perfect, leave it. Try to make it perfect. Don't study like I'll only do this after I did this much of study. Like do things and you can learn it from there. And yeah, and always get a best team. Like what we have done, like our team, like I think that was the best team I have ever been in. So that's the best thing. Like try to get a better team. Yeah.
Thank you, Tatvik. That's certainly amazing. Tatvik has a lot of focus on emotions, and that's something I noticed now from just these three discussions, that it's very important for you that robots have invoke similar emotions in humans as other humans do, and that's while of course that's quite an ambitious thing, and yet it is such an interesting thing at the same time, something that the whole world is competing to achieve. I would say that I'm personally quite interested in seeing what the next 5 years looks for you and your robot, and indeed your words for others. Perfection is not something you see on day one or day two, or maybe if we are to listen to extremely successful people, you don't really see perfection ever. You just work for better than yesterday, right? So that's quite nice. That the pursuit of perfection, that journey itself is the success, and not achieving it. And that's I take that home from what you have said, and that's really wonderful. Thank you, Tatvik. That was indeed quite wise. Okay, two more people to go. Falguni, your last words for this moment.
So feedback is something that matters more to me. So from 5 years from now, I will be sitting in front of my computer with my mailbox open and reading all those appreciated mails that we get from the app users about how our app helps them to actually achieve their desired experience, or find or make them finally able to make the trip happen that they themselves cannot come up with. I want to experience that happiness that I feel from reading those positive feedback. That though my app may not be, up to the top level with apps like Instagram or Facebook, but it may be in 5 years able to help a lot of people build a community, and people would just give positive feedback, and we can be happy about it. Um, about the message that I would like to give, always remember the tortoise and the rabbit story for me. As you also said, that journey is very much important. Don't think about the destination. Don't think that where you're gonna land. And if you get stuck somewhere, think what worst could happen. Just think about it so that you can get over that trauma. Uh, when you think about what worse could happen, you can get over that trauma for sure, and then you can continue happily. So don't stop, no matter how much hardship you face. Do never stop. Just keep on going, no matter how slowly, and definitely you will reach your fated destination. So, yes.
Brilliant. What a true designer we have. Success comes when the feedback from the users come. That's really quite an important thing for a designer. That faith in the one who uses what you have created, and that is the ultimate goal. I think it's really nice that you mentioned that, and no, you don't need to be perfect for it. That's very rightly mentioned. I think what a beautiful carryover from before, that the perfection is not what makes people happy. The very fact that you're solving a piece of the problem or a little bit more than before still makes a life a whole lot easier for a lot of people, and they appreciate for you for it, and you feel good. And ultimately, even for the designer, that happiness of receiving appreciation is a little bit unparalleled. Nothing else sort of matters all that much as somebody who is a satisfied user. And that's really good. And of course, never give up, tortoise at the hare. Indeed, I truly believe in the same thing. Going slow is not a problem. I have lived by that. A lot of people who started their journeys with me went very fast and then stopped working very fast as well. But I always felt that I don't have any hurry to reach my end. I'm quite enjoying this process of trying to build something. So why want to reach the finish line when the race itself is so much fun? So that's really wonderful. Thank you for bringing that up, and thank you, Falguni. You've been amazing. And now we will have the last words from Shraddha, also the last panelist on my list, and then we will close this panel. Yeah. So Shraddha, give us the punch.
So honestly, if I did a rewind to 1 year ago, I totally would not have expected to see myself where I am right now, like to embark in such a project or in somewhere so different from my field, which is astrophysics. So I really, 5 years from now, I'm prepared to be unexpected by what's coming. And I while everyone was discussing, I panned out this small scenario in my head. So when I'm working on a very important thesis about some black hole that is a few light years away, my colleague is taking out his phone and he's like, "Hey, I've gotten 5 new Energize points, and that will resonate to me." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that is the app that I built." So and I really hope that this app makes it to some statistic in the future, like um, in like this country has minimized so and so energy usage because of this app. So I really like to see it go up in some statistic or later on, maybe not even 5 years, 10 years, in any future. And my message to everyone out there going through a similar journey is that it's always okay to step out of your comfort zone. Because if you're always in your comfort zone, you won't learn much and you'll always be there and you won't be able to the endless. You can go to virtually any field that you want to. So it's okay to have that kind of mindset and
No doubt, no doubt, and as expected, beautifully delivered. Yes, it is. It is very, very important to also be open-minded that the future is in flux. It can change. It can have lots of new things that life may throw at you, and flexibility is extremely important. But at the same time, I really like how you mentioned that you may have several dreams that may all become a part of a single life, and that's quite interesting. That we don't have to just have one dream or one way of going forward. And ultimately, I think that's the message I find from everybody, that a lot of what we try to do, build on our laptops or in our lab in the corner of our house, has a lot to do not only with solving problems of others, but also creating a life that I want for myself in the future, right? So a kind of life that I would be very interested to live. So sometimes even when I was asked questions around this, I've always said that I think the best way I would love to live my life is such that if you write it down and it becomes a story and you read it to a 10-year-old child, that child would really love it. So it has to be at least that interesting. And I think that is very rarely discussed, that what we do and how we live is ultimately a huge collision point. And entrepreneurs, they are rebellious by nature because they don't want to live a life that is preconceived for them. They want to create a life that is, that they imagine, that they see in the future. And I'm extremely happy that while you are doing that, you are creating solutions and ideas that are actually helping other people that have a lot of potential. I'm very glad that you are on this panel and sharing all of what you think right now in these early stages. It's very easy to tell things in retrospect, right? So when you grow old, you have a bunch of white hair. Yeah, you can tell all the stories and you will have everybody listening. But that perspective does not really come back. What you are today is what you are today. You will change afterwards. So hearing it from you now, hearing it while you are in the process, while you are in the journey, and experiencing the pain and pleasure of all of it, is an extremely wonderful and humbling experience. I hope the audience also feel how I do. And thank you very, very much for being so articulate and so brilliant in all the answers that you've given. That's all for me, and that's all from me. I will shut up now and end this panel. Thank you very much, guys, and all the best. Keep doing well, and you, of course, I needless to say, I can say it on behalf of Project DEFY, but I'm sure our partners resonate. You have all our support forever and ever and ever. So you can count on us. We will always be there. Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. The panel discussion was really great, honestly, and all the teams as well, guys. The words were very, motivational. The things that you said to the audience as well while concluding, those were some really motivational words, and I would really like to thank the audience for sticking with us till the end, and for being patient enough to take the time out and watching this live, and spectating the presentation, commenting on it, supporting us, and supporting all the participants, all the teams, and everyone. Thank you so much to all the audience. Thank you so much, Abhijit, once again. Thank you so much for doing the panel discussion. It was great. The discussions were awesome, and you really keep surprising us with your wisdom, and now I would really like to thank all the teams for their presentations, and we really hope the Cisco thingQbator program and I and everyone, the organizing team, we really hope that you all, we really wish you all the best for the future, and hope that you succeed in life and in your project also. Thank you for being here with us for presenting. Thank you, Abhijit, all the organizing team, all the audience. Thank you, guys. So this
Okay,
was
this
the
was
end.
just
Yeah, go on, Nandini.
this was just the end of first three slots of the internship program community day, guys. But we still have one slot left to go. That will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock, which will be all about giving solutions to technical problems to technical platforms. And I hope you all join us back again on live YouTube, Facebook, so that we can again have all the love and support that you also have presentation. We'll have a panel discussion, and then we'll have the closing ceremony for this internship program at last, which we aren't waiting for, because we want this to go on and on, because we are here as one community now, because we've been together for so long. But alas, it has to end. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you audience for being patient and showering us with your love. So just thank you so much. Meet you all tomorrow at 4. Thank you.
Thank you all.